talk about giant figures, this thing is huge. I don't know how many small kids it took to manufacture this thing, but the amount of plastic, they had to have at least 2 or 3 because this thing is heavy. All jokes aside, this is probably one of the biggest McFarlane figures I've ever held in hand, and it was probably definitely worth the $20 on discount or whatever it was for my buddy Unstoppable when he found this thing. I really hope he didn't pay the $40 price tag. I think it was at first. It might have been like 30, I don't know, but this thing is so giant. It's huge, and it's actually not that bad. I made fun of it for the way it looked like just a big hunk of shit, but I mean, I stand by that, but it's actually pretty dope. And it has like that kind of soft rubber belly. I didn't realize that before. If only the head had some more articulation so you could get it to look straight even when it's like in a pose like this, or we'll look up when it's in a pose like this, then that would be awesome. Still not bad for considering how big of a figure it is. It still has an okay range of movement for what it is, you know. But that thing is huge, and if you could score one for under $20 or, you know, $20, that's a deal. Another big figure that's made with a lot of plastic and amazing detail. Man-Bat. Man-Bat was always probably one of my favorite Batman villains. Just because he was so crazy that he was just a big old giant monster. So it was like, that was cool to see in Batman, because a lot of his other villains were just people that had, you know, different gimmicks and stuff to them. Which I guess, I mean, this guy has a gimmick too. This guy is impossible to stand up. That's his gimmick. He had a gimmick too, but unlike, you know, it was a pretty big change to see him become Man-Bat. And they've done so many different versions of Man-Bat, and every version of Man-Bat looks awesome, in my opinion. I even have the old DCUC Man-Bat still on card somewhere around here, I think, because I just always have loved the character design of Man-Bat. Such a solid design. Speaking of a solid design, this is from the Arkham Asylum video games, or the Arkham video games. Scarecrow. This Scarecrow is crazy looking. He's a lot of fun. I could definitely see keeping this guy for different reasons. He would fit in like a Fallout universe. I could see using parts for him to make like a Destiny character or something like that. Some kind of cyberpunk character or Fallout type character, like I said. So dope design from the video game. I wish that one would kind of carry on and inspire some other things, but so far I think the closest we saw was Batman Begins, but I don't remember if that came before. I think that might have came before. That came way before, actually, so maybe that was inspired by Batman Begins then. So we got a Batgirl. Looks good. Kind of has that animated look, kind of similar to that Robin from earlier. Let's see what the female articulation's like. Haven't really messed around with too many of the female figures. Oh man, they still kind of have that. Looks like they have that kind of DCUC old school T-joint crotch area going on, but it's covered kind of by that McFarlane diaper crotch. This one's not as bad as the male diaper crotches though. And, you know, it's limited in a lot of different ways due to the hair sculpt and things like that. But I think it's a cool looking figure at least. Fun looking figure for sure. Alright, let's see what else we got. We're actually down to the bottom here. Just a few more things left. I think I see a Joker and a Devil. I like this Joker. Like, the colors, I think, are a little too bright. But man, it looks good on camera too. The colors are a little too bright for me with this particular head sculpt. I think a little dingy colors or a little darker colors would look good, but seeing this on camera, it looks actually really well. Really good. The colors work really well together. I think even if you kind of toned it down or put it maybe on like that, if I could find a similar sized Dark Knight Heath Ledger Joker body would actually probably work really well with this face sculpt too. I could think of a couple different Joker bodies, but this face sculpt looks amazing. Jeez, that's good. It almost has kind of like a Jack Nicholson feel to it. That's great. That's a really clean head sculpt. That's a good looking Joker. Man, makes me actually want to shoot some DC figures again, man. And then we got the Devil of Hell's Kitchen. This Daredevil looks great. But definitely bought this one to sell it. I already have like my definitive Daredevils for my collection. I don't know if this is the same one as the one I have. I think it is though. It looks similar. I could be wrong though. That chest looks a little different. Yep, great looking figure though. Let's see if there's anything else in here. Otherwise it might just all be accessories for the figures. Yep, I think that was it. The rest is all just accessories. So huge shout out to Unstoppable HD. I've got some extra head sculpts and stuff in here too. For the Batman Who Laughs, bunch of weapons. Got to figure out what goes to what. Huge shout out to Unstoppable HD. Thanks for the hookup. Yeah, look forward to seeing me at the next San Jose Toy Show. I'll be there and I'll be selling a bunch of this stuff and some other stuff that I'll be showing off in a later video. All right, you guys have a great day. Major out.